Good evening, YouTube. How you guys doing? It's been a little bit. It's been a couple of weeks since the last video, so it's about time to get caught up on some stuff. I'm glad you guys are back. I'm glad to be back. Yeah, I lowered my ears a little bit. Had to clean it up, you know what I mean? Trying to get ready for the holiday season. Anyway, all right, what are we going to talk about today? I've got a couple of things on my mind and a couple of things that are kind of upsetting me, and I want to really get some of that off my chest. First of all, I want to talk about spot reduction today. I want to talk about trying to shrink one spot, one area of your body, and having the rest of your body stay the same while you watch one area of your body, particularly say your stomach or your thighs, get smaller while the rest of your body stays the same size. It's a difficult thing, yes. Is it impossible? Pretty much. And I'm going to tell you why, for a couple of reasons. First reason is, when you lose weight, you're not going to just lose fat. Okay, I wish I could tell you an easy way to go about that, and there is some other ways to go about it, but I want to help folks that are trying to lose weight immediately do that. So I don't want to complicate your journey with a bunch of jargon. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to tell you this: stick to your routine. If it's going to take you 6 months to a year to take that weight off, I'm going to tell you that you're going to enjoy that immensely in the long run. Okay, you're not enjoying it right now because it's a lot of work. You got to lose some weight. That's never fun. But in the long run, you will enjoy it. What do I mean by that? Well, this is what I mean. If you lose the weight too quickly, what tends to happen is that you gain all that weight back, and you typically will gain back more than that. Now, I'm not telling you that you're going to do that, because that's not the whole purpose of this video. The purpose of this video is to help people lose weight. So what I'm saying is that if you lose the weight too fast, it's going to be a novelty to you. You'll walk by a mirror and say, wow, I look like that, but it won't really sink in. You won't recognize that as being your new body, and that's what you want to do. You want to recognize that. You want to visualize that, create that mind-body thing, even if you're not working out, because you need to visualize what you want yourself to look like in the future if you're going to get there, okay? And be satisfied when you do. So, spot reduction and losing weight really, really quickly is just not a way or a means to get to where you want to go. Trust me, I know. Now, I am speaking from experience because I've lost over 60 pounds. I shouldn't say 70, close to 70 pounds. I lost over 60 pounds, and it was about 7 years ago. I've been able to keep all that weight off. It never crept back up on my body. I never got out of control. Now, I will say this: there was a time when I did creep back up in weight, but I was able to address that within a week and get right back down to where I needed to be. 60 pounds is a lot to misplace. So what I suggest is not to weigh yourself more than once a week. I weigh myself once a week, still to this day. Even if I don't, I tend to be the same weight. And to be honest with you, I can usually tell exactly how much I weigh within a pound or two before I get on the scale. Okay, I'll say out a number or jump on a scale. It's usually what that number is, because you can tell what you feel like. I mean, your clothes and the way everything, you just know. So I'm not going to insult you by telling you should weigh yourself every day, because your weight's going to fluctuate. It's going to fluctuate week to week, for that matter. So don't weigh yourself more than once a week. That's rule number one. Number two, don't try to lose that weight too quickly. If you do lose that weight too quickly, the chances of you putting all that weight back on are very great, and we don't want that, okay? So I want to get back to this spot reduction. This is where we started. No, you cannot spot reduce. No, you can't make your thighs smaller without making the rest of your body smaller. No, you can't make your stomach smaller without making the rest of your body smaller, because it doesn't work like that, okay? The way it does work is it works like this. The last place you gain weight is the last place you're going to lose weight. Well, let me put it to you in a better way of saying it. The first place you did gain weight when you put on weight is going to be the last place that you're going to lose the weight. So let me say it better that way. So what does that mean? Well, you started out skinny, and all of a sudden you started to get a little bit of a gut, but your legs and your thighs, depending on where you store your fat, wherever you gain that weight first, wherever that fat storage site was at first, that's going to be the last place you're going to lose fat. So you're going to have to lose what? If you gained a bunch of weight, arms, legs, what have you, and your stomach was the first place that you put weight on, you're going to need to lose all the rest of that weight, all the rest of that fat, I should say, first, before you're going to be able to attack that fat on your midsection. Why is that? It's just science. It's the first place you gain fat will be the last place you lose fat. So let's just keep that in mind. There's nothing you can do to stop that. Yeah, there's a lot of things out there on the market, and we're going to talk about that right now. Let's talk about some of this stuff. I'm going to talk about Sono Bello for a minute. Their commercials are all over the television. There's a few other folks out there too, and yeah, so be it. They can go ahead and try to sue me, but it looks like, some of their former customers and clients are going to do that for me, so I don't have to worry about them suing me. Non-invasive surgery is not the way to go about building your healthy new body for tomorrow and moving forward. And the reason being is because the bad habits that got you into that situation are going to be the same bad habits that are going to bring that situation back around. The point is to change those habits. You change the way that you're going about eating. Change the way that you think about exercise. Change the way that you think about, losing weight. I mean, it isn't as difficult as we make it. It is all about repetition, and I want to say habit. A lot of it's bad, okay? So that all can be changed. But don't go to these places, because these places have nothing but nightmare horror stories from their past clients and customers talking about how they spent thousands of dollars and did not achieve what they wanted to achieve. We're talking seven to tens of thousands of dollars to have liposuction, to have this body sculpting done. And what I want to say to you is this, because I'm one of those guys that just can't be tricked. I'm the guy that was, was a little kid at the, that was at the fair, watching the clowns and the magicians and pointing out all their secrets. He's got a card up his sleeve. Kind of like, there's a lot of stuff out there you've seen that way. And I just can't be fooled by this stuff. I'd see the commercials and there'd be a guy there in a before, shirt off, stomach, man boobs, big shoulders, not muscle. Next picture, face skinnier. He's wearing a shirt. How in the heck can I get and see the difference between a before and an after if you're going to take the first picture and your stomach's hanging out, and the second picture you're wearing a shirt? I mean, okay, I'm going to leave it at that. It didn't matter if I was looking at a woman's before or men's before. The women's before, they were in workout clothes, and then thereafter they were in some nice, dress or business suit, and they're all covered up. So they don't want you to see what the end result of that is, because if you lose weight too quickly, there's not a whole lot you can do about that leftover skin. Now, if you lose weight slowly over time, say over a couple of months, 5, 6, 11, 12 months, you're not going to have as much loose skin. Why? Because the body had a chance to react to that, and it will draw some of that skin up. I know, because I had a big gut. I had stretch marks on my stomach, and I've got a little bit of leftover skin just above my pelvic bone. A little bit, not a lot. Okay? And I can live with it. Okay? But what I wouldn't be able to live with is, just this massive skin hanging down. I'd have to go somewhere and have another procedure to take care of that. Look, if you're going to go that route, I wish you the best of luck, but I'm telling you that most of those clients, most of those customers have had complaints because of one thing or another. So my suggestion is leave those places alone. If you want to lose weight, come here. Go to somebody else's YouTube channel and see how they did it. And I'm sure you're already doing that. But do not go to these places and expect miracles, because they're just not going to happen. And that's the only word of advice I can give you if I can spare you the trouble. But they're all out here duping you with commercials and before and after pictures that just aren't realistic. Don't fall for that stuff. Do it the right way. Get your diet in order. What do I mean by diet? Am I talking about a fad diet? No, I'm not. I'm talking about get your meal plan in order. And you're going to eat that way for the rest of your life. Okay? So this is what we're talking about. We're talking about a life change. We're not talking about some fad thing. You will feel better. I'm an old man. I lost a lot of weight. If I can do it, I know you can do it. I know I beat up on a few folks today, Sonobella in particular, in some of these body sculpting places, but you know what? They're lying to you. And this is the reason why I started this channel in the first place, to put some of these simple untruths to rest, so that you can see what's a lie and what isn't. We'll be glad to help you. Leave your questions and comments below. Hopefully we're still underneath a 10-minute window on this, because I do not want to put out a 10-minute video or more, because I promise to keep them under 10 minutes. I'm a little fired up this week. Yeah, it was Monday. I got up and did my thing, and I hope you guys did too. If you haven't, get to it. Get to it. It's Monday. Don't let it slip by on you. All right? Now, that being said, questions and comments below if you have any. Please subscribe. Hit the bell if you want to get notifications. The next time I drop a video, we'll have another one out here sooner than this last one was. So if you haven't seen the first one, check it out. It's on there as well. We'll see you next time. Hey, keep the fight. I'm here with you. If you want to follow what's going on with us on Instagram, we're on Simpleuntruths on Instagram too. We've got some things going on. We help motivate people